It's your boy Tom coming at you with a brand new Clash mini video, and today we're going to be having a look at how to play and counter the Giant Skeleton. I'm sure if you guys have been playing this game for a couple of days, couple of weeks, whatever it is, you know that the Giant Skeleton is one of the most annoying cards to deal with because there's no real way to efficiently dodge his explosive ability, which leaves you hanging and asking the question, how do I counter the Giant Skeleton? Well, it's actually more simple than you would think. You just don't fight him. But there's no way to do that without building a deck that doesn't fight him. So have a look at the deck we're going to be using here in today's video. We have the Giant Skeleton in it, which is actually really hilarious. But we got to show how to play him as well. You know the vibes. You don't need to play Giant Skeleton. I just feel like he's one of the strongest cards in the game. So if you can play him on your deck and know how to play around him, it's going to leave your enemies flabbergasted. So the main card in our deck here is the Countess, of course, is going to be our hero because the Countess does a really good job of avoiding the front line. She comes into the fight, she attacks the front line a couple of times, and then she slides out to the back line or whoever the furthest troop is on the battlefield. Next, we have the Archer. The Archer is a staple card and necessary must-have card in this deck because the Archer and the Miner combo really well. Those three cards, the Countess, the Archer, and the Miner, are not going to be fighting the front line at all. The Archer automatically targets the furthest troop, and once you upgrade her to 1 star, she will attack the furthest 2 minis or troops on the board, never attacking the front line, never hitting the Giant Skeleton. And then we have the Miner, who obviously his job is to just go to the back line in the first place. You want to have the Miner, he dives in, right? He's going to normally attack the furthest troop on the map, combined with the Archer attacking the furthest troop on the map. And then you have the Countess, who's going to teleport and attack the furthest troop on the map. So all you're pretty much doing is attacking their back line and slowly killing everyone in the back before you finally get down to the Giant Skeleton. The goal is to leave the Giant Skeleton as the final card remaining on the map. Then we actually have the Ice Wizard because he doesn't do a lot of damage, but he has a very annoying slow, right? He hits for 1 damage. Once you start to upgrade him a little bit, he'll start to greatly slow the enemy team. So whoever's on the front line, whether it's a Giant Skeleton or not, they're going to be slowed and incapable of moving or doing anything. So this deck doesn't just counter the Giant Skeleton, it counters a lot of decks in the game, and honestly I've been going on some crazy win streaks with it. The Giant Skeleton is of course good for the front line, so that if they do have a whole bunch of high damaging tanks in the front and they want to go through and cut through our Giant Skeleton really quickly, I'm really happy and okay with that because he goes down and does a bunch of damage, and the Ice Wizard continues to slow them as our Countess, Archer, and Miner do a bunch of damage. And then finally we have the Guard. The Guard's one of the best, I call a throwaway card in the game, a cycle card if you will, if you played Clash Royale, to where you can put him down for 2 elixir, not upgrade him for the whole game, and he will still get a lot of value because not only is he 2 elixir, he stays alive with his shield ability. So without further ado, now we're going to hop straight into the gameplay so I can show you guys exactly how I play this deck. Alright, so here into the first game, we're going up against a Countess, right? So actually we have a very squishy starting hand. What I don't mind doing here is actually dropping double Wizard and going like this. We don't want to play them in the middle in case he plays like a bowler. So we'll drop double Ice Wizard. If his Countess is one of the frontline troops, he's going to be screwed because the Countess is just going to be slowed indefinitely, but it's going to be the P.E.K.K.A. So that is unfortunate. The good news is, there's not really any good news. He'll be able to teleport out of there, get the heal off. P.E.K.K.A. is not going to die, and neither is the Guard. So the Countess will actually teleport onto his Countess, which is really good. Ice Wizard is still alive, but our Ice Wizard should go down here. The Countess will follow up on the other Countess as well. And we have a full health Countess at the end of the game, which is really good. Take that. Solid first round. Alright, now we start bringing in our problem children. So actually I sell back Ice Wizard here and place 1 Ice Wizard, Giant Skeleton, and we want to play our strengths, right? So we want to go Miner. He doesn't even have the Giant Skeleton, which is unfortunate, but this is the exact way you... Oh, he does. Okay, so he does have the Giant Skeleton. So Miner goes up, right? Ice Wizard slows his Giant Skeleton, and we're not going to be able to kill, or we're not going to do a lot of damage, right? Look at the Giant Skeleton still alive here. Ice Wizard is just slowing him, keeping him in place. Our Countess is in the back, and he has the counters to our deck, right? He actually has the P.E.K.K.A. So if there's going to be any deck that counters this, it's going to be this deck that we're going up against right now. And even in this second round here, we're able to do a lot of damage, and he's not able to get through our tactics. But now we know he has the P.E.K.K.A., so we've got to play our Miner further back, so it gives the P.E.K.K.A. at least a chance to move over 2 tiles, because he's got a really good strategy and setup as well. So here in the third round, we got to get our Archer leveled up, guaranteed. So we go here with the Archer. We can go ahead and throw our throwaway card on the map just to have him down, And our miner is 1 star. We could... Oh, we got screwed. Okay, so we'll go affects larger area right here. We'll play him in the back. We'll play her back here. Okay, so yeah, he's just really going to protect this archer, which I'm okay with because look at our archer, right? Even if the miner doesn't fully get through, the countess will eventually come through to help out, and that archer is going to go down, and our archer's still chilling in the back. Giant skeleton is still alive in the middle. He's got a 3-star. His whole deck is built around the giant skeleton. We're playing completely around that, and we're able to dominate him. Just like that, countess is going to take down the final countess at the end of the game. It's going to be a 3-0 win against a perfect giant skeleton deck. All right, up against Kongi here. Countess, the only card we run into, you know what I'm saying, nowadays. So we'll go double ice. I love the double ice, and I love the guard. Those are some of the best early game cards. He might just bowl us down the mid. Wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised. He actually has miner, so that's it could be worse. Could be worse. Our countess is actually going to pull up on the miner. His countess is getting completely slowed here by our ice wizard. And because he's running giant skeleton, once again, this is going to show the potential and the power of this deck. Ice Wizard is going to absolutely stop everything around it, slow it down. Giant Skeleton is the last card alive. And that's exactly what we want to see. I'm going to be... We won round 1, so I'm just going to be toxic and just do this with the... yeah. We'll be toxic and just run the double Ice Wizard. Get him going early. If we get a, yes, that was a big risk, but big reward. If we get a good playoff on his back line right there, then he's going to be in trouble this round. We're going to get a big slow off on the giant skeleton. So look at the giant skeleton, not getting any value because he's still alive. Now he finally goes down. He actually gets a little bit of value. Our guard does not get his ability off, but it's still okay. Look at that, the double miner to the back, taking down the back line with the help of the countess very, very quickly. Giant skeleton still gets off like an okay bomb, but nowhere near good enough because we're not going after him. He's one of the last alive. He's supposed to stun and keep his team alive, but he can't afford to do that right now. And honestly, we don't even need our giant skeleton. I'm going to go archer. I messed up. I should have placed my guard last round. Let's see if we get lucky to get it. We don't. So now I screwed up. So we'll go miner. We'll still go guard in the front. 2-star everything. Yes. Oh, yes. Look at the miner. Look at the value the miner is going to get. We'll be able to take down his back line. We'll be able to take down the bomber now. And now he finally goes down. He gets a little bit of value. Countess unable to get out, actually. Unable to get out. So that's A-okay. We haven't played our cards yet. You know, he's eventually going to win around, right? Good for him. Good for him. So here we finally get a chance to get... We probably don't, actually, because of how risky I've played this, right? Double giant skeleton. Nice. So we'll go with affecting a larger area. All of this time, I've been playing my countess in the very back, but I think I'm actually going to pick it up now and place him in the front. Just because I feel like he's not getting his early TPs off. Okay. So he's got a miner as well. And he wants to fight. He wants to fight with the countess in the back. That's an interesting play, and I think it's going to get him killed here. Because the giant skeleton's still alive with full health. Miner's going to town, right? Ice was able to completely slow that down. Oh, that's a big boom. That's a big boom. So, boom, back, but not able. Okay, so where we went wrong there, our giant skeleton was left alive too. So that's actually a really good fun. That's a funny thing to see, right? It's keeping the giant skeleton alive. The one that stays alive loses the game. So we'll play our giant skeleton in the back or in the front. Make sure, guarantee he gets aggro here. And now we'll go 3-star miner. He's playing that really, really good miner as well. So what I actually want to do here is go guard in the back, and we'll make his miner work a little bit. We'll go double guard even too to keep him alive, give us some survivability late game. So this time, he targets our ice wizard. That's so sad actually, but our guard should be able to stay alive long enough to get us a lot of value. Our miner takes down his. Look at his giant skeleton being the last one left, and that's literally what I'm talking about. That's exactly how you want to play against the giant skeleton. Keep him alive at all costs. All right, into the next match. We're on to the mirror map, which is probably one of the most toxic maps in the game. Guard is pretty solid early game. Solid early game card. We'll go double ice wizard. Guard stays alive. We can always sell him back later if we need to. Yeah, Asher is gonna get double freeze early game. Oh yes. That in and of itself is just perfect. Guard stays alive. That's why I love him early game. Look at that. Getting all the extra value out of the shield. Then we'll be able to win round 1 right there. Now we go... He's rocking Miner, so I don't know how badly I feel like running Archer, but Archer's not a bad play. It's not a bad play. I'm kind of freezing up here. I don't know what I want to do. You know what? We're going to 2-star guard frontline. We'll sell him back later. Let him do all the tanking. Get some crazy shield value off with increased speed. And all this, and he doesn't even know that we have a giant skeleton. That's the craziest part. So now we actually sell back the guard. He's done a fantastic job this game. We get all of our elixir back for him. And we level up our... Definitely our archer. And I kind of want to do double ice. I don't know if I'll be able to get to it. We do. We get double ice. We go like this. His playstyle has no clue that I have this. So now he's going to be very surprised when he sees the giant skeleton on the map. Double archer will get 2 shots off each before they go down. Our giant skeleton is still alive, so once he dies, he'll get some crazy value. And we still have all 4 troops up. So that's going to be actually a very, very quick 3-0. And honestly, a great use of showing, you know, that sell back potential after doubling up on the guard in the front line.
What is life? I cannot